I am Kingston Goodman.
I'm Emma Peoples,
I'm Braydon Durrett.
and this is Leadership 1.
Okay, so we're going to start with habit 1. Habit 1 is be proactive. This habit deals primarily with your mindset. It says that you can either have a proactive mindset or a victim mindset. Being proactive means that you have a can-do attitude and that you drive the change in your life. You can jump any hurdle and you can bounce back from any setback. Having a victim mindset means that you don't take accountability and you let life happen to you. Now, this does not mean that if you are proactive, you have control of every aspect of your life. But you can handle the things that are in your control without letting the uncontrollable things mess you up. So what is one way you have seen change in your life due to being proactive?
I would still say I'm pretty lazy, but I'm more quick on getting my assignments done instead of just going home and slacking off and doing nothing.
I guess just being able to get rid of the victim mindset of the world's happening to me, because sometimes I just fall into that, especially at work when I get so frustrated with people. I'm like, dang, these people are happening to me, and it's no, I'm just reacting to what they're saying in a bad way.
Yeah, I feel the same thing with the victim thing, especially going back to Mr. Sharp stories with his kids when they say, she's making me mad, or they're making me mad, or they're the problem, they're why I'm failing. I catch myself in that, and I feel like I kind of steer away from it more now.
Do you fall into the victim mindset, Kingston?
Yeah, I believe so, sometimes.
Sometimes.
I have many situations where I do.
Okay, Guyan, who was your favorite? Oh my gosh. Who was your favorite speaker and why?
My favorite speaker. I can't have time to think about this.
So we had Sergeant Mumford and we had Coach Martin and Brett Humphrey.
I think I liked the coach because he had an interesting story talking about the NFL, and I just I learned some things that I didn't really know about before in his kind of field, and he has a lot more responsibilities than I would think of for a ref, and there's just a lot more that goes into it than you would think,
Our next habit we learned was habit 2, and it was beginning with the end in mind. We focused on defining our goals and values with making mission statements. We had to find long-term goals and decide what kind of people we wanted to be and what our values were. And then we also talked about carpe diem, which means to seize the day, and just to take life as it comes at you, or not to take life as it comes at you, and to have the bravery to try new things. So what did you guys put on your mission statements?
So my mission statement kind of just stemmed from fulfillment, which I kind of perceived as happiness. And I don't remember the exact wording, but it basically was along the lines of fulfillment is derived from effort, and you need constant effort over a long period of time to reach it. So I think mine kind of stemmed happiness is the main goal in life, but the only way to achieve happiness or just gain it is to work hard. You have to work hard every single day to be happy, or your life's just gonna fall apart.
Yeah, I most literally put carpe diem on my mission statement. The way I made my mission statement was almost like a vision board, which I do a lot. Because vision boards are obviously a visual depiction of things you want to achieve. And so I kind of referenced Dead Poets Society, where there are these kids that they're students just like us, but they're influenced by the teacher to go out and try new things and challenge themselves, even with the limits that maybe the school or their parents have put on them. And so I wanted to try and see that and achieve that in my own life.
I feel like I struggle pretty hard with habit 2. I'm a very go with the flow, like go against the punches, or like go as life goes kind of guy. But I have gone a lot of my comfort zone this year, tried a lot of new things, and done things that I have never done before. So I say I'm well on the way of being good at habit 2. So what is your biggest regret with this class and what you thought it would be?
Oh gosh. Like what I did wrong? Like what's-
No, just like, what were you expecting to get out of this class?
I don't know, like insight on how to be a better leader. I mean, I feel like I learned a lot. I don't know what I regret. Maybe not doing all my assignments.
That would be one.
Okay, habit 3 in our book was putting first things first. This chapter was kind of split into 2 halves. The first one being prioritizing tasks and what the book calls like the habit of, and then the second part being the habit of willpower per se. We learned about like time quadrants, and Mr. Sharp showed us the like physical representation of putting like big rocks and small rocks in a jar, and like the order of putting them in really matters. And then for willpower, for habit 1, it was like the circle of control, but for habit 2, it was the circle of comfort and courage. So it was all about saying like yes and no to certain things, especially when being like peer pressured, and being able to like branch out in your comfort zone in like healthy ways with like positive peer pressure. So I guess a good question would be, why is willpower important for a leader?
I think willpower is important for a leader so they can have... I'm blanking.
That's okay.
Okay, I think willpower is important for a leader because it helps them overcome, the many challenges that come with being a leader. I mean, dealing with people is hard. Getting your work done on time is hard. I mean, not procrastinating is really hard. You gotta have willpower to overcome all those things. So I think willpower is basically like the main thing that makes leaders leaders.
I couldn't have said it better.
Just like not giving in to other people. Like you can always listen to other people, but like as a leader, you can't be peer pressured. Like to be a leader, you can't be peer pressured into things that are going to like make you a bad person. So like you have to be able to like choose opportunities for yourself and not for like other people.
Yeah, I agree.
Wow. Okay.
But I don't think giving in makes you a bad person.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
But, like,
I would agree.
Some leaders do give in to other people's ideas. It's not really it's about choosing what's right or wrong.
I don't think giving in to stuff makes you a bad person. I mean, like, everybody makes mistakes. Like, everybody needs a break sometimes. So, like, giving in to stuff isn't a horrible thing.
And necessarily
It's
bad.
just, yeah. So, Callum, what paradigm shifts have you made this year?
I'd say that my main paradigm shift was probably going from kind of thinking that, like, what are you doing over there? Was kind of going from thinking that, like, going to college and having a job was more of like, oh, I wish I could do that one day, to actually taking steps to do it and thinking that, like, I can actually, like, do this in reality. It's not just a fantasy.
Yeah. Cool. Habit 4 is think win-win by seeking like mutual benefits and relationships and deals. Habit 4 is the first external habit, meaning that it is more of a public victory than just a private victory, meaning like it'll really affect the way you interact with others. Thinking win-win is not as simple as it seems. A win-win is where both parties get what they want. It's not compromising, so it's not one person giving up a little bit so the other person is happier, or each side giving up a little bit, and then so they can reach like a little bit of what they want. It's each side getting exactly what they want, like each side getting the full benefit of the deal with nothing left out. It's nice, but it's not always possible. If no win-win solution can be found, most of the time it's better to just say no deal and walk away. Even if you do end up with a win-lose deal where you benefit, you're still withdrawing from, that other person's or party's personal bank account. So it hurts your relationship with them. So in the end, it's probably not even worth it. So what are some examples where you have benefited from a win-win solution in class or your daily life, and what can you take away from that experience?
Yeah, I need to think a bit more.
You go first again.
Oh, you go first.
Oh, I go first. Okay, I'll go first. Well, actually, last night I had to go to work, so I couldn't hang out with my friends. But what we ended up doing was FaceTiming afterward, and they know, like, I'm such a study person. Like, I have to get stuff done, like, now. And so we're all in AP Psych, or AP Psychology, and so we FaceTimed, and I went through, like, my note cards, my index cards, while we were on FaceTime, and we, like, all came up with different things together. And then it honestly helped me to just get my homework done in the moment, and then we were able to talk about, like, anything we wanted to, like relationships or just, like, school after we were done studying. So
Yeah, my brother and I made a bet, and the specifics don't matter, but he lost, and he owes me around $100. And so, his birthday came around, and he got a lot of money, and I was like, well, I don't want to take all of his birthday money because, that's kind of a trashy thing to do. And so I went up to him, and I was like, hey, you give me maybe like 20% of everything you get, like, and once your debt is resolved, like, we'll be happy. And it's better than me just, taking all his birthday money, because, it's just not fun. You want him to have something to spend, and it would have been a big withdrawal from, his personal bank account if I would have just taken it. So we came to a solution. He just gives me a small portion, and then I'm getting money back. I'm not losing anything by getting it later. I mean, it's still the same money. So I'd say that is a win-win solution.
I don't know if this counts, but I had a altercation with my father, and he grounded me because I didn't do the dishes one night. And so the next day I woke up and did all the chores around the house and asked him, if I do this, will you unground me? And we agreed, and we came to a solution. I got ungrounded.
I'd say that's a win-win.
wow, that's a good one.
Yeah. Your dad got a clean house.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he still.
So what was your favorite class activity?
I would say at the ropes course, my favorite activity was probably when we were all sitting down in a group trying to figure out, was it a Pokemon or something, or just an animal or object? We were trying to figure out with we had 20 tries. I think that was pretty good for all of us, just to work together, ask questions, and yeah. So that's probably my favorite thing.
Habit 5 is one of the hardest to master, and at its core, it's about empathetic listening and truly hearing and understanding someone's perspective and their feelings without jumping in and offering your own viewpoint or what you think their problem is, which involves listening with your eyes, ears, and heart. Mostly your ears, and focusing on their message rather than wanting to reply by genuinely taking time to understand others and build trust. And building trust possibly deposits into their RBA, the relationship bank account, and making it easier for you to share your feelings and be heard and understand later. So, how have you practiced empathetic listening, if you're willing to share?
So I've got a friend, and she has like a lot of drama, and I feel like I could give good advice, but she's never very receptive to it because honestly, I sometimes like scroll while she's talking because she talks a lot. But after we did the class activities, practicing listening, I just put down my phone, listened to her whole story, like really took it in. I felt like I was able to give better advice, and she actually acted on it, and the situation got better. So I'd say that's a pretty good example.
Oh, yeah, that's good. I also have a friend like that, and she went through a breakup recently, so I've been doing a lot of just, like, listening to her point of view about the breakup, and I haven't given that much advice yet, because I feel like I need more pieces to the puzzle, but I am, like, doing the active listening that we've been talking about and stuff like that, where I'm like just trying to get her to talk more about it and like how she feels about the situation, and then like analyzing that and help her work through it.
Mine is another family related one. My mom like blew up at my dad because he said that you always hate putting up the Christmas tree, so why do you do it? And that's like the only part of Christmas she looks forward to. So she like lost it and started like acting irrationally and like locked herself in the room. So I went in there and talked to her or listened to her and told her that she should discuss this with him whenever they're both in a better place, because she was just kind of, irrationally being mad and saying random things that didn't really make sense. So I wanted to calm her down so she could actually have a conversation about what was bothering her. So yeah.
So what was your favorite or most interesting deliberate act of kindness this year?
My favorite one I did was when I bought me and my friends 7 Brew drinks, because we go like every morning pretty much after weights.
Habit 6 is synergy, or synergize, is about celebrating and valuing the differences of others and not just tolerating them. It's about having an open mind and to new ideas and other ways of thinking, which involves habit 5, seek first to understand from others' perspectives, and then share your own ideas and collectively think the most effective solution to whatever theoretical situation there is. To whatever theoretical situation there is that is better than what you could have achieved on your own. It requires trust and viewing others' diverse perspectives as strengths, not weaknesses, leading to powerful collaborative result. And tell a situation where you have had to synergize with a group for a better result than you could have worked on your own.
I'll let you go first, though.
Oh.
I can't think of one.
I can't think of one.
Well, a lot. I would actually have to say we do this a lot in acting, like especially next semester. We do, we like choose a scene that we want to direct, and then we direct other people. But also at the same time, we're all actors, and we're also all directors, because we all have to direct at some point in time. So we all have to like incorporate our own ideas of like what our character might do, because we as actors have to like study our own characters. And so then we figure out like, oh, maybe the director didn't pick up on this certain line. And so then you like ask them about it and ask them about like an acting choice that you might want to make, and like see how they feel about it, since it is their scene and they're the one ultimately directing it. And they also give you critiques on, this is the way I imagined the character reacting or saying, and like how they say it. And I think the way you're interpreting the character is different than how I am. And so you have to like kind of communicate all of that.
Kingston, you got one?
Not really.
So I feel like it's kind of hard to differentiate win-win solutions and synergize, because like they're both working together with people, but synergize is getting more, and it's not just a deal. Yeah. And I feel like that's kind of hard to find in life, you know? especially like before taking this class. This is the most recent habit we've done, so I feel like we've had less time to practice it.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Like, we didn't have very many situations that we practiced in class with Synergy.
Yeah, I think we did like one activity with like rubber bands, and you had to lift a red Solo cup filled with 15 wooden blocks and get 5 blocks into like different cups. And everybody held a rubber band. Like it was like 4 people holding the same cup. That was crazy. But I can't really think of Synergize.
I don't remember that.
We did. Oh wait, we did a Lego activity.
Was that
so?
Synergy?
I think that was, yeah. So we were given a bunch of Legos that matched the pieces of construction up at the front, and each of us had to go up and try to memorize a bit, and then they could come back and tell their team what to do, but they couldn't touch the blocks. I think that was a great example of synergy because, working by ourselves and just everybody saying like, okay, I'm going to memorize like this, or like if there wasn't any communication, you were going to lose because there's too much, you get overwhelmed. But when we came together as a team, we all figured out that memorizing like just a few pieces at a time, and we communicated which pieces we were going to do with our team, helped us get it faster and more accurately. And I think that's a great example of synergy.